A tribute to Sofia Coppola.
You don't have to do this to me, please.
Sofia Coppola has been described as soft-spoken but in control on set, a directing style that reflects in her films. Coppola has carved out a path in Hollywood not only as a talented, critically acclaimed female director, but one who's able to make the films she wishes. Unfortunately, still a rather uncommon opportunity for women in the industry. Coppola has always favored smaller, indie-style films that give her creative control over her stories. These showcase female perspectives and Coppola's distinct style of muted, pastel colors, natural light, and themes of isolation and loneliness. Sofia Coppola, from actress to director. Sofia Carmina Coppola was born in 1971 to Hollywood royalty. The youngest child of legendary director Francis Ford Coppola, The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and documentary filmmaker and artist Eleanor Coppola. Coppola began her career as an actress. From an early age, she was playing small parts in her father's films under the name Domina Coppola, including The Outsiders, Rumblefish, and The Cotton Club. Coppola also appeared in The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2 in uncredited roles. The baby from the infamous baptism scene? That's Sofia. Coppola would later step up to the larger role of Mary Corleone in The Godfather Part 3, but the negative response to her performance all but ended her acting career. Coppola would turn her attention to writing and directing instead. While being the offspring of one of the greatest filmmakers of all time, Coppola went on to carve her own path and find her unique voice. She secured her place in film canon with talent and drive, not nepotism, as proved by her very first feature, The Virgin Suicides. The film played at Cannes Film Festival in 1999 and was nominated for both the Golden Camera and the CICAE Award. Lost in Translation, hitting critical and commercial success. Coppola's sophomore feature would also become her most famous, the 2003 comedy drama Lost in Translation. Written and directed by Coppola, this tale of an aging movie star and a lonely young woman was nominated for 4 Oscars, making Coppola the third female director to be nominated for Best Director after Lena Wertmuller for Seven Beauties and Jane Campion for The Piano. She would take home the Oscar for Best Screenplay the same year. Coppola refused to make the film without Bill Murray, who she said had in mind when writing the character of Bob Harris.
What did you study?
Philosophy.
Yeah, there's a good buck in that racket.
Going so far as beginning to finance the film before Murray was attached. We went to Tokyo and were spending money in the hope that he would show up, Coppola said in an interview with IndieWire. I don't even know how we got our financing without a contract. I was determined and probably spent a year trying to track him down. People were trying to give me other options, but I was set that I wasn't going to make the movie if he wasn't doing it, and I really wanted to make this movie, so I had to find him. After a year of chasing, Murray eventually signed on to star opposite Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, Jojo Rabbit, in this unconventional indie love story that captured the hearts of its audience and soared not only to critical but box office success. Lost in Translation wasn't Coppola's only film of the 2000s. The writer-director followed up her seminal work with the 2006 drama Marie Antoinette, with the titular role played by Kirsten Dunst. This extravagant, modernized film about the teenage queen took home the Oscar for Best Achievement in Costume Design and landed Coppola a nomination for the prestigious Palme d'Or at the 2006 Cannes Film Festival. The 2010s and beyond, Coppola burst into the 2010s with Somewhere, a tale of a passionless Hollywood actor, played by Stephen Dorff, who is reunited with his 11-year-old daughter, played by Ellie Fanning.
Really good.
Thanks.
When did you learn how to ice skate?
The film, which took home the Venice Film Festival's Golden Lion, borrowed from Coppola's own experiences of being a child of Hollywood, and was followed up 3 years later by The Bling Ring. This crime-based biography was based on the real-life Hollywood Hills burglar bunch.
Oh yeah, you could totally pull this off. You're like an off-duty supermodel.
The film combined a talented cast to play the teenage criminals, Emma Watson, Israel Bozard, Katie Chang, with real-life celebrities as themselves, including Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, and Coppola regular Kirsten Dunst. Coppola would also cast Dunst in her next feature, the period thriller The Beguiled, which also starred Nicole Kidman and Colin Farrell.
Amy!
The film would win her Best Director at Cannes Film Festival in 2017, the first being Russian director Yulia Solntseva for The Flaming Years, 1961. Coppola's artistic endeavors are not limited to films, however. She has also shown a keen eye and aptitude for fashion, designing a line of handbags for Louis Vuitton in 2008, with her own personal style being the inspiration for hundreds of Pinterest boards. She interned for Chanel in Paris when she was only 15, and Marc Jacobs has referred to her as his muse. She would take this knowledge of fashion to the stage in 2016, where she directed her first opera, Giuseppe Verdi's La Traviata, with costume design by Valentino.
I never planned on directing an opera, but when Valentino asked me if I would do La Traviata, I couldn't say no.
Coppola's career is far from over. At only 49 years old, Coppola has already had the success that most writer-directors can only dream of, and she doesn't appear to be slowing down. In 2020, she released her newest collaboration with Bill Murray, On the Rocks, which paired veteran actor with Rashida Jones, Parks and Recreation, The Social Network.
Cliff, how's your mom's hip?
Good, thanks.
Good. He thinks you're my girlfriend.
Right.
Jones and Murray play off each other wonderfully in this trademark Coppola slice-of-life take on a young mother reconnecting with her larger-than-life Playboy father. Her latest project, a TV movie titled The Custom of Country, is currently in pre-production. In a male-dominated industry, Coppola's queer, female-centric films have been able to cut through the noise to cement the director's place in film canon, and we can't wait to see what gems she will create for us in the future.